Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another tier list. As usual, my kind of staple in here. Today we're doing Godsmack because I'm going to see them live literally tomorrow as I'm recording this. So, yeah, I binged their entire discography past couple days. So, yeah, let's rank all the albums. This is a band I like a lot. I have a lot of personal connection to. So, excited to rank this and excited to see them live. So. They have 8 albums, so let's make this quick. Godsmack, the first album from 1998. At least that's what Spotify says. I'm pretty sure that's right. This album is quite good. I do like it. But the problem that I have with it, and the problem that I have with a lot of Godsmack albums, is that it's very front-loaded. Literally, the first 5 songs on the album are the best. And Voodoo is a really good closer. I have a really personal connection to that song, so that's why I love it. It's probably my favorite Godsmack song, if not one of my favorites. At least, definitely in the top 3, I would say. But yeah, other highlights, obviously, Whatever, Bad Religion, Keep Away. I like Moon Baby. It's a pretty interesting opener. But yeah, other than that, it is a solid album, so we're gonna put it in... I think B tier is a little more fair. I might bump it up or down depending on how the rest of the ranking goes. Kind of have an idea in my head, but we're just going to go off how I feel. And also, I'm not playing any Godsmack in this video because, 1, trying to make this quick. 2, don't want to mess with copyright. So there's that. Next album is Awake from 2000. And this is a big improvement. But like the last one, again, the best songs on the album are the first ones. Sick of Life, Awake, Greed, Bad Magic. All great songs. I like them all. Bad Magic's a little goofy, but I mean, a lot of rock from this era is pretty goofy at times, so it's whatever. Spiral is a decent closer. Vampires is a neat track. Mostly instrumental, but with some sampling of people talking about vampires and discussing them, I guess. Not really sure what the correct term for it is, but yeah, it's alright. But yeah, after Going Down is kind of forgettable. I do like Mistakes. Trippin' is alright. And yeah, I already mentioned Spiral, the closer. Yeah, pretty good album, I will say. I enjoyed it quite a bit, so we're going to put it in A tier. And now we're already at my favorite Godsmack album, which is Faceless from 2003. I like every single song on this album. I like them all. I like Straight Outta Line, that's a really great opener. Faceless is good, Changes. I Stand Alone, obviously the band's most iconic song. But also I really like songs like Realign, Releasing the Demons, I Fucking Hate You, I Am. Serenity is a cool way to end the album. They always pick good album closers. I've kind of noticed that they always pick really good songs to be the ending of the album for the most part. Yeah, Make Me Believe is a really good song. Yeah, re-looking through the track list, I like it all, so... And it's also the most metal album they ever did, so obviously I'm a metal guy, so that gives it points for me. Also, I think has the coolest album cover, in my opinion. It's just really neat. Up next, 4 from 2006. Honestly, I'm gonna stop talking about how the albums are front loaded because I'm saying that about every single one, so I'm just gonna stop. This has some of my favorite Godsmack songs. No Rest for the Wicked, The Enemy. I like Speak. Shine Down is okay, but sometimes it makes me wish I was listening to Shine Down. If you want me to, I can rank those guys next. Bleeding Me is a decent song, but Metallica's Bleeding Me is way better. Although that's not saying much. Voodoo 2, it's okay. I don't think that Voodoo needed a sequel song, but it's okay. And One Rainy Day is alright. I'm noticing that on the version that's on the main page on Spotify is 16 minutes long. The version that I was listening to of the album, it was only like 7 minutes long, so I don't know what happened there. It's probably a hidden track. There's definitely a hidden track. This was the 2000s. There was definitely a hidden track that I don't know about. But yeah, Temptation's a cool song. Yeah, let's put 4 in the B tier. I think that's pretty accurate. Now, we're up to my next favorite Godsmack album, which is The Oracle from 2010. The album opens with Crying Like a Bitch. Need I say more? Yes, I do. I have to name other songs I like on this album, like War and Peace, which is probably my favorite Godsmack deep cut. I like Good Day to Die, Love, Hate, Sex, Pain. That's another really popular one from them. What If is interesting. Devil Swing is kind of neat. Kind of reminds me of Volbeat a little bit, maybe. Shadow of a Soul and The Oracle is a cool outro. Very nice. I'm pretty sure it's mostly instrumental. So I like Godsmack's instrumental songs. They're pretty interesting. Even if it's just kind of like the same basic kind of hard rock, heavy metal jam. I like that stuff. Okay, I'm very basic, so we're gonna put The Oracle at S tier. I feel like that's pretty appropriate. Now, have the worst Godsmack album next. 1000 Horsepower from 2014. I remember that because the album's not that old, only like 10 years old. Next year. Literally, the best song is the title track, and it opens the album. So that's not really a good omen for the rest of it. Something Different is probably my favorite Godsmack ballad, besides maybe Serenity. But I don't know if Serenity really counts as a ballad. It's more just like a softer, more acoustic song. FML is pretty good, aka Fuck My Life. Locked and Loaded is also a decent track. Turning to Stone is pretty cool. To me, it sounds a lot like Tool. Like, I know these guys are inspired by a lot of grunge and 90s metal, but Turning to Stone almost sounds like a more basic version of Tool, which I love Tool, so I don't mind it. But yeah, we're just going to put this in the C tier. Right now, it's definitely my least favorite Godsmack record thus far. And now we're at When Legends Rise in 2018. I did listen to this album when it came out, or I listened to like half of it, and I just never got around to the rest of it, which part of me's kind of glad I didn't, because I didn't really miss a whole lot. Title track I really like. Bulletproof is good. Unforgettable, Take It to the Edge. Under Your Scars is another good ballad. I'd say that's my other favorite ballad from Godsmack. It's pretty good. I mean, they named a whole charity after it, so like, you know, that's gotta mean something, right? Every Part of Me is pretty good as well. And Eye of the Storm, really good album closer. Again, Godsmack always picks good album closers. So I'm just repeating myself here. It's a pretty short album. I think this is actually their shortest album yet. It's only 38 minutes long, which I do think works to its benefit. It is a quick listen, and I think it would have just gotten boring if it were any longer, or if it had any more songs than the 11 that it already does. So, yeah. The first half is really strong, so I think I'm going to put it in A tier, personally. And now we have Lighting Up the Sky in 2023, the final album, supposedly. That's what they're saying. Is it going to be? I don't know. It's hard to say right now. You never know. But I did a quick review. I did like a little short of it, talking about this album when it first came out, and I think some of my opinions have changed on it. I do still like the album quite a bit. To me, Red, White, and Blue isn't as cringy, because I've really looked at the lyrics and I was like, it's just him saying he likes America despite all the stuff going on that I'm not going to talk about. And there's nothing really bad about that. I said Truth is kind of like their version of Seether's Broken. I don't think I agree with that anymore. Because it doesn't really sound anything like that song, and the lyrics are way different. I still think You and I is kind of a weird song, because it's like trying to sound sexy, and I just don't like that personally. That's just a me thing. That's not really a thing, a slight against the song. Surrender is still a decent single, but not my favorite. Soul on Fire is pretty good. I like Lighting Up the Sky. Again, they always do good final tracks on albums. Soul on Fire, I think I already mentioned Soul on Fire. What About Me is a pretty good deep cut. Or at least I think it's going to end up being a deep cut once this album cycle is over. Yeah, I think, you know what, we'll put it in B, and we'll put 4 in C tier just to round it out. And, yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling on all the Godsmack albums. So, before this hits 10 minutes, have a good one. I will see you in the next